And WAGNN stands for
We ain't got no name.
We ain't got no name. We ain't got no name. We ain't got no name. No name.
What's up, everybody? WAGNN is back.
Is that?
Hey.
All right, quarantine ain't got nothing on us. We are back together again, sitting across from my wonderful ladies of WAGNN. Say what's up, ladies.
Hey.
Hola. ¿Cómo está?
Ay, bien. We are here with episode 12.
12.
Get it. So we're here, and today's topic, we're going to discuss the cancel culture. We're not going to necessarily discuss Black Lives Matter. We're not going to necessarily discuss Trump. We're not going to necessarily discuss all the things that you guys have been inundated with, the images, the posts. Probably a little tired about that. So today we're just going to really work on and discuss and pull apart the cancel culture. Sometimes we feel we jump the gun in canceling people, and we sometimes cancel people that don't need to be canceled, and the people that should be canceled are not canceled. So we're going to just discuss why a person or a company should be canceled. Okay, because there are guidelines to this entire thing. So we're going to break those down, and we're just going to start with what would cause a company or person to be canceled in this culture, given the whole movement of what's going on and awareness and, you know, things coming to light about certain CEOs, about politicians, about college educators, writers, all these people. And even entertainment industry artists, you know, when should a person be canceled? I'll just put that out there. What constitutes a cancellation?
For me, it got to be flat out racism. All lives matter. It can't, for me, there can't be a gray area where it can be like, maybe they meant this. It has to be something very blatant, because people misspeak, or people don't necessarily, we get frustrated because people do not act in the way that we feel that they should, or in the timing that we feel that they should. So for instance, with this whole thing, let's say, I don't know, Nike didn't jump up and respond right away. Cancel because Nike didn't say anything. And it's like, relax. You gotta relax. Wait.
Because they actually are in support. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just have to figure out where. Not even figure out. Just let them do what they do.
Right.
Right, because they have to have board meetings as a collective. They have to, meet. And a lot of these conversations, especially conversations around diversity, it takes time because it kind of propels people to become aware. It forces you to become aware of things that you may not have to be aware about because it didn't affect you. I can't fault you for that.
Right.
However, listening and growing from the process is what's going to bring us all together, not necessarily canceling. So some people just don't need to be canceled. You got to give them time.
Yeah. Some people don't even want to discuss why other people don't see it from your point of view or from other people's point of view. You have to, if they don't know, teach them. Is how I feel about it.
Right.
Teach them if they don't know. Let them understand where you coming from before you just dismiss them and everything else altogether.
When it comes to business, there's multiple layers to it. It's very complex. It's not as cut and dry. They don't follow the same guidelines as like I do, where I have to monitor me and what I say. Everything that they put out and statements, even down to employees. You can have a corporation that's based in, I don't know, Iowa, that has franchises all over the country. So if one person in New York says something, that's going to affect everything. So there's a lot to consider, and I don't think we factor that in. We react off of our emotions. Right. And sometimes you got to chill. You got to just chill and let it breathe. Let it marinate for a little bit.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I am one that's I let my emotions get the best of me sometimes.
But that's why you have us.
Where it's like, I really don't want to hear nobody talk. I don't want to hear your side of you. I don't want to hear nothing. Right. I'm just ready to sail some fish everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely something to say about, being angry And since we're talking about emotions, because this piece is about also being hypersensitive. Like everything is not cancellation. Ooh, I didn't like what you said, so cancel it. No, you can't do that. So we also have to like kind of look within ourselves and check our hypersensitive monitor.
Exactly.
You know, our thermometer shouldn't be at red all the time, you know? And everything, we can't also jump the gun and just go on a rant to say you're wrong. It's important to have conversations. I think that's what all of us kind of want, is to have a dialogue and have what we have to say listened to and acknowledged. You don't even have to understand it, because there's some things you just will not be able to understand because you aren't able to walk a mile in the shoes. I can't be a Caucasian woman. I can't understand certain things that they may go through because I'm not Caucasian. I wasn't raised in a Caucasian family. I wasn't raised in a Latina or Latino family. I just don't know, you know, but I am raised in a Black family, so I know that. So I can't force you or anyone to know exactly what I've been through, but that's where the word empathy comes in. The ability to walk in another person's shoes, like imagining it, like, dang, if that was me, how would I feel? That's what we want.
That's everything.
That's everything.
But the hypersensitivity, like, people don't realize it's going too far now. It's making people soft. It's also making life kind of boring.
Right.
Because you think about even something like TV shows. One of my favorite TV shows, Martin, that would not be able to survive in this climate because people find a problem with everything. Martin, he's misogynistic, he's this, he's that.
Right.
But it's like, just chill.
Just
me,
take it
just
as
plain old
You can't dislike something that a person is doing. Like, for instance, when Lizzo sat, when she was wearing that t-shirt with the butt cheeks cut out, and it was like, if you criticize that, you're fat phobic. When it's like, no, her butt cheeks was touching a public chair.
That's the issue.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
And the outfit was horrible. It would have been horrible on anybody. But you can't criticize her because that's fat phobic. If you say someone's wig is bad, that's wig phobic. Like, that's a word? Probably not.
Okay, we're going to patent that. WAGNN patent wigophobic.
Wigphobic.
Okay, because
like,
I am phobic of certain lace fronts. I don't like it. I don't want to go near it.
Right. So it's like, it's okay. Like, everyone is not going to agree with everything or like everything. And people are sensitive. Even,
go ahead, talk about it.
Oh my gosh. Someone I know has kids that play sports.
Right.
Everyone should play in a game because every parent paid for it.
Okay.
No. If you are good, you get to play.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
If you're good, you get to play. Thanks for paying for your kid to wear the team jersey. But if they're bad, they're going to sit on the sidelines in that jersey.
Lot of moms and dads pissed.
Well, it's a bunch of NBA players. It's a bunch of NBA players we don't know that sit down just like them kids on the sideline.
True.
Because everybody's a winner, and you know we gotta consider all children and all. No, everyone's not a winner. Some kids are losers.
Yeah, this is very true.
That's what happened.
And I got a problem with how they changed
not losers in life,
not like
losers
that.
in the game.
In the game, true. Sportsmanship type of thing.
Yeah,
they didn't make it. They don't make it competitive anymore
because people are sensitive
and
that's
everybody's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. When it's like, no, everyone's not. I did pageants when I was little. It was so cutthroat. Everyone's not a winner, so I'm gonna steal your dress and mail it to you after the pageant so you can't compete. That happened to a girl I know.
Grimy.
So it's like, but at this, it gives you tough skin. It gives you that competitive spirit,
especially if you're going to be in that industry.
Exactly,
for sure.
So it's like, no, like you have to stop being so sensitive and being so quick to cancel stuff, because honestly, that harshness builds character.
It really does.
Right.
It really does.
Our character.
Yeah.
Right?
It really does.
Right. So when we look at it, we're not saying that there isn't an issue, because obviously there is. And everyone here can give an account of a time, a place, or a person who has shown racism towards us. You know what I mean? We're not going to get into that because that's not the segment. However, it's not to say that it doesn't exist or that it's not real to us. You know, however, I'm not going to necessarily boycott a business because it's not black owned per se. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be that hypersensitive. I gave my son a little experiment. And it was Blackout Tuesday. And I was like, yeah, we going everything black. Yeah.
How'd that go?
Girl, let me tell you. I'm about to tell you how it went because it didn't go well.
Right.
It didn't go well. But it was a learning lesson for my eldest son. He said, Mom, I want some French fries. I was like, listen, this is not a black-owned company, and we are not going to do it, okay? And then he said, but Ma, I'm just hungry. I just want the French fries.
Right.
He wasn't trying to hear all this blackness, you know? And I was just like... All right, because it's not fair to me to force this on him either. He's a child, and he just wants French fries. And I'm not raising a black militant man. I'm raising a young man to be able to make certain decisions for his benefit and also know the power of his dollar. Right. So you know me, I didn't have any more caramel macchiato sweetener from my coffee, and I was missing it so bad. And I was like, well, I'm going to go to the 7-Eleven and I'm going to get me a caramel macchiato. He was like, hold on. So I can get my French fries, but you can get your caramel macchiato. I was like, oh. I said, no, he didn't.
He told you.
He sure did. I said, hold on, baby. I'm gonna show you exactly what mommy's talking about. And I said, okay, go get your French fries. I spent a little $3. All right, fine. Go get your French fries. I said, so when you go to this store, how do they treat you, sweetie? He's like, all right, okay. So I said, okay, let's go to the neighborhood 7-Eleven because I am getting my caramel macchiato. And he was like, I said to him, I said, so when we go into this store, in particular, the 7-Eleven in our neighborhood, I said, how do they treat you? He was like, you know what? They treat me really good. And I said, how do they treat you? Explain to me. He was like, well, every time I come in here, they always speak to me. They always ask me how my day is, if I'm okay, and so on and so forth, and if I have everything I need. And I said, you know what? Here's the lesson for the both of us. It's not necessarily about black-owned businesses, right? Being hypersensitive to just shoot to black-owned businesses, but it's about the relationship that you have with the businesses that you patronage.
Right.
Did I say that word right? Patronage?
Right. Yeah. Patron.
Thank you.
In your community.
In your community, right? So I remember even going to the 7-Eleven, my son was sick for about 3 days to a week. And this lady was asking me, like, where's your son? I was like, hold on. What you don't ask me about my son? What you mean? What you want? And then she's like, I didn't say that to her, but that was the thoughts running through my mind. She was like, no, I just haven't seen him in a few days. I want to know if he's okay. And I was like, you know what, little mama?
That will make anybody feel good.
Right.
Yeah.
And it did make me feel good because that leads me to believe if my son goes to the store, or at least to that 7-Eleven, if anything happens, that's a safe place for him.
Right.
Remember that child that got killed up in the Bronx at the corner store?
Yes. Junior.
And he ran into that store.
And they wouldn't let him in.
And nobody protected that boy.
They wouldn't let him in.
And he got chopped up.
Yep.
That's not going to happen to my son because he knows who his allies are within his community. Right. You know, so that was a teachable moment in hypersensitivity and making sure that you know who to trust.
Right.
You know who to give your business to, black owned or not.
Right.
Because some black people ain't going to get my money if you don't know how to treat me.
Listen.
And I am not hypersensitive about that.
And I think that's my issue with this too, is because we're really quick to cancel businesses for like a mistake, but it's like, no, give the black businesses grace, even though I will support a black business until they give me a reason not to.
Right.
But it's like once they give you a reason not to, people are like, no, but they're a black owned business, so you got to stay there. No, if this white owned business can't give me horrible customer service, you can't.
Right.
And I expect more because we the same color, we the same.
Right.
So treat me right.
Eye to eye.
Treat me right.
Absolutely.
But we that's the problem. We pick and choose who we cancel.
Yeah.
And we pick and choose who we forgive.
Right.
We can forgive, Taquisha that's doing nails for $80 that's not honoring the appointment you made,
right,
and stuff like that.
Honoring time.
But we gonna cancel Starbucks because they didn't respond the way we wanted to in the time that we wanted to, but they did respond.
Can we address that for just a couple of minutes?
We sure can.
Because I know every time I walk in any Starbucks, because my children are up on it trying to try different stuff, wasting my money because they don't finish the drink. But anyway, I know Starbucks to have a uniform. A uniform policy. And there's something about having a uniform policy because it dispels any type of conspiracy, any type of uniform issue, this color, that color, somebody's offended by this, somebody's offended by that. Uniform is exactly the name and the term.
Right.
Uniform. Everybody looks the same.
One band, one sound.
One. Drumline.
There you go.
Yes.
Bam.
So with that being said, when I hear these things about cancel Starbucks, I'm like, okay, they had their one incident. And they cleaned that up quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It wasn't even a they. It was that one person.
Boom.
But they were like, let's address this as
now
a company.
As a corporation.
Yeah, let's address it.
You know what I mean? And that's swift movement and that's good business. And we also need to understand good business tactics.
Right.
And with that being said, we do have to allow businesses and some people to regroup.
Right.
I was reading about some college presidents, not in New York per se, so I don't, some college presidents who were making statements and then they retracted and things like that, and also when we look at this, we also have to kind of pick apart the apology, because apology is exactly that, apology. There's no buts, there's no ifs or ands. It's strictly apologize. I apologize for offending you for this reason. That's it. That's all.
Right.
But a half behind apology is unacceptable.
Right.
Because it shows that you don't really mean it and you're just doing it for the look. I will be hypersensitive about that.
Yeah.
Because we all know what apologies sound like.
Right.
Like that dude, the football player.
Ooh,
Drew Brees.
Yep.
He played
Drew Brees.
himself.
He played himself.
A lot of football players was upset about that.
Yeah, because they called him brother.
But
And then he
because
comes
that's
back with
not the character that they've shown, that he's shown them all of this time.
Right.
So now he comes out with this.
So what's it about? The game? The money?
I don't know.
And you forfeit everything? And the camaraderie?
But
for
his
what?
apology was mad.
Ain't nobody hearing that apology.
His apology was very professional.
Right.
Because it was
Like his
pressure.
team
It was
put it
pressure
together.
to do that. Because this is all in the midst of the NFL trying to clean up their mess too, and try and figure out how they're going to rein in and apologize to Colin Kaepernick. So you want to do that on top of? Come on, Drew.
Hypersensitive about that. I am hypersensitive about that.
So
because
I get where people are coming from and being upset with that, because he just came out of nowhere.
it came out of left field.
But then again, going along what we've been talking about, when he first came out and voiced his opinion, that was his honest. That was
his opinion.
Take
Yeah.
it for what it is.
Period.
I think the problem is with his honest opinion, he was misinformed, because it's like Colin Kaepernick was not kneeling to disrespect the troops. So it's like, okay, you can give an opinion, but at least give an opinion that's in line with what was going on.
I think that's the problem.
That's the problem.
And
That's
a lot
the
of people
problem.
want to apologize to Colin Kaepernick now. Like, come on.
Don't apologize to
him.
him.
He did it real quiet, didn't say anything, didn't make a big stink, but now y'all get it.
He doesn't
now
need your
y'all
apology.
get it.
He doesn't need your apology. What he needed was your support. And if you are unable to support him, keep your apology, because he did it in a peaceful manner. You don't even know if the man was praying. You don't know what was going on. You know?
You just be quiet.
Yeah. So with all that being said, the only thing we're asking with the cancel culture, give people a chance, an opportunity to speak and maybe kind of like mull over their views and to see if they change. At the same time, an apology is sincere and is focused on what the offense is, what the offense was, as well as when we go into canceling a culture or canceling a business, we have to ensure that we are not using we're not so emotional about it.
Right.
That we use logic. We talked about the boardroom. You know, it takes time for people to get all their constituents, all their stakeholders together to draft a letter, a speech to address the merchandise, so they can address the community. So let's not be so fast to cancel somebody. Let's be fast to understand.
Yeah, because with Starbucks in the beginning of this of everything that happened with George Floyd, they made a statement that was on their website. It's been on their website.
Well, if people go to the website and read, they can see it.
Exactly, but that's that's a whole other thing people don't be reading.
Did I do it?
You did it.
I'm sorry.
You did it.
No, I'm not.
But people don't know that.
Right.
So they just get a piece of the story and ran with it. And then it's like, you see, Starbucks doubled down. In 24 hours, they're releasing merchandise. No, this was probably already their plan.
Right.
But they were looking for a black-owned company to do the merchandise with. But y'all just jumped the gun because of the emotions. And it's like, just chill as I sip my strawberry acai refresher with lemonade right now.
Okay, all cute and pink with the green straw. I'm not mad at you for it. I'm not. So that's all we saying, guys, is just take your time. Do your research. You know what I mean? Look at the company's websites to see exactly what they're talking about, because it's going to show how they feel. And they can't hide behind words. And I always say, the English language will speak and tell you everything you need to know based on the context of the words people use.
Because words mean things.
Words mean things. You don't need to hit, punch, anything. Words matter. How about that?
They do.
Okay, words do matter. So we're going to close this particular segment because we're not about canceling cultures that don't need to be canceled. We're not about canceling people that don't need to be canceled, but we are about educating the masses and encouraging you guys to read.
Please,
yes.
Jesus, read.
Please.
Get an audio.
It's fundamental.
Not even just read. Read credible sources.
Ooh, okay, just go into that for like 2 seconds.
Credible sources matter because if one more person sends me a YouTube link, I'ma scream. I can make a YouTube link with anything right now. With anything, I can you can edit any Wikipedia page right at this moment.
Right now.
Credible sources.
Yes.
There's scholarly articles,
empirical articles.
You can go on any
Google
credible
that.
website.
Yes.
People got all these theories. For instance, like the coronavirus, the CDC, the World Health Organization. There's credible stuff. Stop going on YouTube.
Right.
Stop believing your cousin that got a picture from this person that's not a medical professional.
Speak to your own doctor.
Another thing, there was that Hitler thing going on.
Oh, we saw that.
That Hitler quote where Hitler was saying, the black people are the jewels of America. Hitler.
Yo, I saw that and that messed me up.
That's what Hitler said on his deathbed. Hitler that also killed black people in Germany.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on now.
guys. Come on.
Don't preach about it.
Come on.
All right, preach it. Preach it and be about it.
Research.
Yeah. We watched the video and we was like, hold up. Did they just... And it messed me up in my mind. I was like, so everything I learned was a lie? But again, you have to understand the source and the intent as to where this information is coming from. You're so silly. Stop it. You're so silly. So guys, do your due diligence. Research credible articles, not Instagram people who has a big platform and they may not know everything that they're talking about. Let's be clear. Emotion versus logic. Hit us up if you need another lesson as to how to deal with things logically. Until then, we'll see you on episode 13, everybody.
Later. Live, laugh, love.
Be a blessing.
Amen.